Greetings, everybody. Hope life is treating all of you just fine. This will be a fun video. I just went through my father's things and I found a box of Beatles stuff that I like to share with you. Just some random Beatles stuff that my father kept the past 50 plus years that he's been a Beatles fan. He's been a Beatles fan since 1964. I found this Ampex tape box that I like to share with you here. I'm going to go through some contents that's in this box here. This is my father's personal tape box. I'm going to go through some stuff here that he bought. You know, some box sets that he bought and souvenirs that he kept. Just as a Beatles fan and a collector. There's also other stuff, other vintage stuff that he kept of the Beatles things that he collected back in the 60s, as well as inserts from albums and magazines and newspapers. He kept all of them in a big plastic container. It's currently buried in the closet right now. I don't feel like digging in the closet to reveal everything. It's like hundreds of items, and if I go through them one by one, it's probably going to be a 10-minute video. I'm going to try to keep this below 10 minutes if I can. So, alright, enough talk. Let's go through everything here. This one my father bought in the early 90s, and this is a nice box set here. This is the Revolver box set that was reissued in the early 90s. It's simply titled The Revolver Sessions, photographs by Robert Freeman. Here's the contents of the box. It's got the CD, the certificate of authenticity, and the book here. Here's the CD here. This is what the jacket looks like. It's designed to look like the original master tape of the album. And this is the CD here. This is the original CD reissue from the late 80s. And here's the certificate here. It's numbered 616 out of 2100. Here's the book here. This is the original cover that was intended for the cover of Revolver. But they changed this cover to the Klaus Voormann drawing, which I like much better. This is creative, but I like the Klaus Voormann drawing better. Show some photos here. This is a nice little book. That's Alan Civil, who played the horn solo on For No One. Just going to skim through as much of this book as possible. It's got written information about the making of the album. This is a really nice book here. Some unseen photographs. I love this shot of John and George sharing a mic. Another nice photo there. There's another tape box which has more rare Beatles box sets that my father bought long time ago. I'm not going to show those right now. I'm going to show a souvenir set here of things that my father kept over the years. I'm going to start off with this set here. Let me carefully take these out. Now these are photos, promo photos from 1980, all from the Coming Up music video. And now these are high glossy photos. I'm going to carefully go through them one by one. Paul playing saxophone. This is a nice one here. Nice picture of Paul. Here's another picture. Has pictures of Paul portraying different other people. As most of you know, in the coming up music video, Paul cloned himself as his backing band. Nice photo here of Paul trying to look like Buddy Holly. Okay, here's some photos that I like to share with you. Here's a photo one here. My father went to see Paul McCartney and Wings in Detroit back in 1976, and he took this photo here. Nice photo of Paul. Here's another nice photo here. Here's the final one from that concert. Okay, here's a letter that my father kept. This is Justice for John and Yoko Committee. This is a business reply mail here. Here's the letter here, National Committee for John and Yoko. This is when John and Yoko were targets of the U.S. government in the early 70s. Here's another letter I found here. And here's another part of that John and Yoko letter. Okay, I have some nice rare photos that my father kept. I think he took these from magazines in the 60s or from books or something. But here's a picture of Paul from the Sgt. Pepper sessions. And it has the lyrics to Michelle on the back. Here's Ringo, also from the sessions for Sgt. Pepper. This one's got the lyrics to Nowhere Man on the back. And finally, George, also from Sgt. Pepper. Here's the lyrics to Yesterday on the back. I think my father got these photos from a Beatles lyric book. That's what it looks like. For some reason, he didn't get a picture of John from that book, from the Sgt. Pepper session. So that's all the photos I'm going to share. Okay, I'm going to end this video showing my father's Beatles souvenirs with some pretty explicit drawings here. This is another thing that my father kept. I believe this is from the Avant-Garde magazine. John Lennon's erotic lithographs. Now it looked like he took these out of a book or something, and he put them in a paper clip here. Okay, here's page one here. And here's the next page here. Wedding Bliss, erotic photo lithographs of John Lennon. I'm going to show the lithographs of John Lennon's erotic drawings, and please watch at your own risk. These are X-rated content drawings. Here's drawing lithograph 1 here. This one is nasty. I'm just not going to say a word when I show these lithographs, so I'm going to shut up. Okay, that wraps up this edition of my father's Beatles souvenirs. I hope you enjoy it. There will be more that I plan to show later. Stay tuned for more vinyl update videos. I'm going to try to get a Beatles poster video done, so that way you see the posters of the Beatles, both group and solo, that I currently have in the walls of this house. Thank you very much for watching. Talk to you all later. Take care.